Hey ladies and gents, and welcome to the last video in the series. Yes, we've eventually made it to the last part of this website, and thank you for joining me for this last video in the series. I really appreciate the time you've taken out, not just in this video, but if you've watched all these videos, or even just some of these videos. For those of you who have just found this video on search or maybe in the recommended section, what I suggest you do is just click on this playlist that's going to pop up now and watch from day one so you can follow along. I will also leave a link to the playlist in the description of this video. In order to follow along with this video series, you will need a few things. The one is the Divi page builder, and I've left a link to Elegant Themes where you can purchase a Divi builder. And then you're also going to need web hosting and a domain name, and I've left a link in the description to Green Geeks where you can purchase a domain name as well as web hosting. And then just to be transparent with you guys, if you do purchase through the links in the description, I do receive a commission, but you won't pay anything extra. And if you do purchase through those links, thank you so much. It does mean a lot to me and it helps my channel as well as myself. So in this last video of this series, we'll just be building out the rest of the home page, which includes the feature section, the on sale section, and the frequently asked questions section. So for the final video of the series, let's jump into it. Let's see what we have left to do. So we've done the hero section, we've done the benefit section with the customer reviews, and we've done the category section. So all that's left to do is the feature section, the on sale section, and the frequently asked questions section. So what you want to do, log into your WordPress website, go to the front end to your home page, and then we're going to click on this option to enable the visual builder. Just before we carry on, I just want to mention you might hear some noise in the background, and I do apologize for that. The family is at home at the moment, and I need to get this video out today because we have load shedding, which is blackouts this evening, and I just want to get this last video done. Now that we've enabled the visual builder, let's scroll down to the last part we did, which was our category section, and let's add a new section. Let's select regular, and then let's just go to the website I built and see what we're going to do here. All right, so we're going to have a 1-column row for this heading, and then a 3-column row for these blurb modules. So it's basically the same as this. So what I'm actually going to do, let's go back to the front end. I'm not going to do it this way. I'm actually going to delete this section. So just delete that section, and let's go over here and let's actually duplicate this section. And then all the styling is there for us. We can scroll down, and here is our duplicated section. Then we can just drag it to under our category section. And for some reason it didn't go there. Let's try that again. There we go. So that just makes it easier, but we don't need the customer reviews and we don't need the slider, so we can delete those 2 rows. So we're just left with this part, the heading and the blurb modules. So I'm just going to come to the front end of the one I've built. I'm just going to copy this heading. And let's go to the builder, and let's come into the text module here and click on the settings. And then I'm just going to replace it. And because we've done all the stylings previously, we can just save that. And then we can start editing these blurb modules. So I'm just going to go to the front end of the one I've built already. Now these icons I've got here, actually I got off a website because Divi didn't have icons that really went with my texture. So you can search on Google for free icons that you can download. And then just for those of you who are copying me, these images will also be in the link in the description where you can download all the images. So I'm going to go back to the builder, and then let's go into the first blurb module. Now I just want to copy this text, which is variety of colors, and paste it in over here under the title. And then we're going to come to image and icon, and where it says use icon, we're going to select no. And under image, we're going to add an image. So I'm going to select that. And then I'm just going to drag the images across quickly. So this is the image. I'm going to select that image and I'm going to click this button to upload an image. And there we have that one. That's all we have to do. We can then save that. And then I actually forgot there's actually text underneath the heading as well. So under texture in the body section, I'm just going to paste that text that I've just copied. There we go there. I just want to see if I've centered it. So everything else is fine because we're going to keep the same stylings as these blurbs. I just want to center this body text. So I'm going to click on that edit button. I'm going to come to body text alignment. I'm going to click center. And I'll probably also change the fonts. So under body text size, I'm going to select the mobile icon. For desktop and tablet, I'm going to leave it as the default, which is 18 pixels. But on phone, I'm just going to change it to 16 pixels. And I'm just going to go back to the desktop mode. And then we're done with that blurb module. We can save that one. Let's go to the next one and go into the settings. And I'm just going to come over to the one I've already built, copy that heading. And then just paste it in the title section. And then I just want to grab the body text. And then paste that in the body text section. And then we're going to select image and icon. For use icon, we're going to select no. And under imager, we're going to add an image. And the image for this one is the lady with the hair. So it's that image there. And then we just click this button to upload an image. Then let's just change this texture. So I just want to center it and then come to body text size. Select the mobile icon. Desktop and tablet, I'm going to leave it as 18 pixels. I'm just going to go to phone. And I'm going to make this 16 pixels. And then we can save that. And then let's do the last blurb. Going to the settings. I'm going to come to the one I've already built. Just get this text. Paste it under title. I just want to grab the body text. And I'll paste that under the body section. And we're going to come to image and icon. Use icon, we're going to select no. And for image, we're going to add an image. And then I'm going to use this image. And then I'm going to select upload an image. And let's just change this text quickly. I want it centered. I want to come to the body text size. Click on the mobile icon. Desktop, tablet again, we're leaving as 18 pixels. But on phone, I'm going to make it 16 pixels. Then we can go back to desktop. And let's save it. So let's quickly have a look at what it looks like on a tablet. So that's what it looks like on a tablet. And then on a phone, that is what it looks like. So now we're ready to do the next section, which is our what's on sale section. What I'm going to do just to make this easier, I'm going to actually duplicate this feature section we just did, just so that we have the heading and that in there. We're just going to come into the heading here and let's click on the settings. And I just want to copy this heading quickly and then paste it in here. And we can save that. And then this, I'm actually going to delete these blurb modules. We don't need the blurb modules for this. And then let's go into the column structure. And we only need a one column. You'll remember this one had 3 columns. This feature section had 3 columns, but we only want 1 column. So let's change it to 1 column. And then let's add a new module by clicking the gray button. And we want to search for Woo product. And then it's the very last module over here after you've put it in the search. So there's all our products. For product view type, let's click on the drop down and we just want to change this to sale products because we only want our products that are on sale to show over here. For product count, if you look, I only have 4. So I'm going to keep mine at 4. You can change yours to how many ever you want to show on the front end. Just remember we are going to add this load more button so that people can load more products if they want to. For column layout, I'm going to leave as default order. I'm going to leave as default sorting. Product offset number, I'm going to leave as 0. Let's click on elements. So where it says show pagination, we want to select yes. And you'll see now that it actually gives these numbers here. But don't worry about that. Because we've used that plugin, which was this B-Rocket load more products, it will, on the front end, and I'll show you that later, put this load more button instead of the numbers. If you want to leave it with the numbers, you're more than welcome to uninstall this plugin. And then you'll just have these numbers like this. So let's move on. Show name. So I do want to show the product name. I do want to show the product image. So I'm going to leave that as yes. Show price. I do want to show the price. I'm going to leave it as yes. Show rating. I do want to do that. I'm going to leave it as yes. And show sales badge. I'm going to leave that as yes as well. So that's all I'm going to do there. And then let us go to the design tab. So let's click on overlay. And the overlay is, you see when I hover over it, you get this like plus icon. And then there's this opacity over the image. So for the overlay icon, which is this plus, I want to change it to my dark blue. And for the overlay background color, I want to change it to my pink. So now if I hover, you'll see the icon's the dark blue and the background color is the pink, but then you can't see the image. So what I want to do, I just want to click on the color and I just want to bring this opacity down to 70%. So you'll see there it's 0.7 at the end, which means opacity of 70%. And now when I hover, you can see the image. So I'm going to save that. The overlay icon, if we come to the one I've already built, you'll see I've got these like sale tags. Or they're just tags, they're not really sale tags, they're just tags. So to do that, we use an overlay icon. So I'm going to type in tag, and then here's a bunch of tags. I think I use this one over here. And you'll see now there's tags. You can use any icon you want. I'm just using that one. So that's it for the overlay. Let's scroll down and let's come to image. And all I want to do on the image is give it some rounded corners. And I'm going to give it rounded corners of 20 pixels. So you'll see now the images have these rounded corners. And let's scroll down until we get to star rating, and let's click on that. So for star rating alignment, I want to put that in the center. Star rating color, I wanted my dark blue. The star rating size, I want to make it 16 pixels. And then the star rating letter spacing, I want to put a spacing of 1 pixel. So it just gives it a bit more gap in between the stars. Then let's come to the sale badge text. So for my sale badge color, I want it to be blue, and you'll see it'll change the background color. Then the sale badge margin and padding, I'm just going to leave as is. Sale badge font, I'm going to leave as default. The sale badge font weight, I'm going to leave as regular. Sale badge font style, all I want to do is I want to make it all uppercase. So I'm going to change it to all uppercase. And then the sale badge text, I actually want it to blend in with the pink. So I'm going to actually choose pink, and you'll see it looks like it's the color of the background. Well, it is the color of the background. Then sale badge text size, I'm going to change this from 20 pixels to 16 pixels. I'm going to do that on all devices, so I'm not going to select the mobile icon. And then there's some other options here, but I'm not going to do any of these other options. You can play around with it if you want to. Then under text, there's nothing really there to do. And then the title text, so you'll see if I hover over title text, you'll see it shows us where the title text is. But what I want to do is just click on this edit button. And then for title font, I don't want it my default title font, which is this font over here, and I forget what it's called. But I don't want that. I want my Inter font, which is my paragraph font. So I'm going to come into title font, and I'm going to search for Inter and use that instead. Title font weight, I'm going to leave as regular. The title font style, I do want it all uppercase. The title text alignment, I want it in the center. The title text color, I'm going to leave as a default. The title text size, I'm going to leave this as default as well, which is 16 pixels. And that'll be for all devices. And then that is all I'm going to do. Then let's come to price text. So for price font, I'm going to leave as default. Price font weight, I'm going to leave as regular. Price font style, I'm not going to make any changes there. The price text alignment, I also want that in the center. So I'm going to put that in the center like that. And for the price text color, I'm going to leave on default. Price text size, now I just want this bigger. So I'm going to make this 20 pixels. And that will be on all screen sizes. And that's all I'm going to do for price text. We can scroll down. The sell price text, I'm not going to do anything, but this is, you'll see here where everything's on sale. So the price text is actually crossed out, and it's this light gray color. And then your sell price text is the bolder one. So you can change those styles as well if you want to, but I'm just going to leave mine as the default. And then for everything, I'll show the sizing, spacing, border, box shadow, filters, transform, and animation. I'm not going to do anything there. The only thing I want to do is we're going to have to add some code. And I don't know if you remember in the previous videos, we wanted to basically stack underneath one another on mobile devices, because otherwise it stacks two in a line, which makes it a bit all crunched up on mobile phones. So let's go to the Advanced tab and let's come to this option of CSS ID and classes. Then if you check the description, there's a link to a code pen, and just open that link in a new tab and you'll come to this page. Then we've already used all this code over here. The last bit of code we're going to use on the website is this home page, page settings, custom CSS. First thing we want to do is just copy the class name. So the class name, it starts with this .hs-sale-products. Don't worry about the dots after that class. Just copy the first class. And you don't copy the dots, so just copy hs-sale-products. And let's go back to the builder, and not under CSS ID, but under CSS class, you want to paste that class there. And then we can save that. And then what we want to do now is we want to come down right to the bottom here where our page settings are, and you'll see it's this gear icon here. Just click on that, come to the Advanced tab, and then select Custom CSS, and come back to the code pen. And then you want to copy the code where it starts with @media screen all the way down to the bottom to this last right brace. Copy that code, come back to the Divi builder, come to your custom CSS here, and just click in there and then paste your code. So just to show you what this means, so this is called a media query, and it tells the browser that when the screen is 767 pixels or less, so that's what max width means, we want these product columns to be 100% in width so that they don't stack alongside one another. And I'll show you this all on the front end. We'll remove this code once we're done, and then I'll show you what I mean for those of you who didn't watch the previous videos. We can then save that. And then the last thing, if I remember, I've got this light blue background. So if we come to the section settings, which is the blue block, click on background, and then you can set your background color here, which is set by default. I'm going to choose my light blue. And then we can save that. And we're going on to the last section, which is our frequently asked questions. So I just want to copy this. Let's come back to the builder. And I'm going to again just duplicate this just for ease now. We can come into the text settings and we can just replace our text over there. Then we can save that. Then I just want to change the background color because it is now the white color. And then what we can do, we can delete this module because we're going to use another module for the frequently asked questions. So let's delete that. We can keep the row though. So let's click on the add new module button. And we want to search for something called accordion. Well, you don't even have to search. It's actually the very first module. It's called accordion. Let's click on that. And then we can just add our frequently asked questions into here. So I just want to come to the one I've already built. I'm not really going to do any questions or answers here. I'm just going to copy my placeholder texture, put in here. So what you want to do, you want to come into the first one here. The title is your question. So you'll paste your question in there, or you'll type your question in there, I should say. And then the body is your answer. I think I left the placeholder as the standard Divi placeholder, yeah. So I'm just going to copy this quickly and take it over. I'll be with you now. So I put my 3 questions in here, and then we just need to style it a little. So if we come to toggle icon, you can actually change these icons. So you'll see there's these icons here. And I think it was like a down arrow I did. So I'm just searching here, down arrow. And I think it was this one I used over here. And then we could go to the design tab, and we can click on icon. For icon color, you're going to just change this color here. You'll see it's like a gray color. Now I'm going to choose my dark blue, and you'll see the color has changed over there. And then you can use our icon font size. I'm not going to, because I think they're fine the way they are, but you can change the size if you want to. And let's click on the toggle. For open toggle background color, so this changes the background of the open toggle. So let's say I choose my pink, you'll see it gives the background that color, but I don't want any color in there. So I'm going to just reset that and leave it as default. For my closed toggle, so it's these ones over here, you'll see if I give it my light blue, that's your closed toggles over there. So I'm going to leave it light blue, but I'm actually just going to bring the opacity down to like 20%, I think, just to make it a bit lighter. Like that. So you'll see it's got 0.2 at the end, meaning it's opacity of 20%. I'm going to save that. Under text, I'm not going to do anything. There's not much you can do there anyway. Then under title text, so if you see if I hover over it, it highlights our title text there. I'm going to click on that, and you'll see it's a heading 5 there. So again, for my title font, I don't want to use this font that I'm using for these major headings. I just want to use my paragraph font. So I'm going to search for Enter again. And I'm going to select that font. For title font weight, I'm going to leave it as regular. The title text alignment, I'm going to leave it as default, which is left. And then title text size, I'm going to select the mobile icon. For desktop, I'm going to make it 24 pixels. And I'm going to leave it on tablet as well. I hate it when it does that. It goes all the way to the top. So I'm going to leave it as 24 pixels on tablet as well. And then on phone, I'm going to make it 20 pixels. Then let's go back to desktop. Then let's scroll down. So the next one is closed title text. Let's click on that. So this is this texture. And I don't think you really have to change anything here, because unless you really want to make it smaller or bigger than your normal title text, then you make changes here. But I'm not going to make any changes, because I just want my title sizes and that to stay the same. And body text is obviously the answers. We can go in there. So I'm going to leave everything as is except for the body text size. I'm going to click on the mobile icon. For desktop and tablet, so I'm going to see, again, it scrolls all the way to the top. I'm going to leave as 18 pixels, but on phone, I'm just going to make it 16 pixels. And again, guys, you can use whatever sizes you want. You don't have to follow me exactly. Just make sure it looks good on your website. And then the last thing I'm going to do, you'll notice there's these borders around there and they're gray in color. I just want to change mine to, so you'll see if I click on border, sorry, I maybe went too quick there. So if you come down and you click on border, you'll see that the border styles, there's a border width of 1 pixel, which is this gray border over here. And you can change the border colors. I'm going to choose my dark blue. You can choose whatever you want. I think, yeah, I made mine my dark blue. Again, you can choose whatever color you want there. And that is it. Let's go back to desktop. And then we can save that. And we can save our page. And guys, we are done. Then we can exit the visual builder. And there is our website done. So as I said, I'm not going to do a contact us page or any of these pages, yeah? I think we did an on-sale page, we did the collections page, we did the My Account page. But these other standard pages, now that you know how the Divi Builder works and that if you've followed throughout and you've been building with me, you know basically everything the Divi Builder can do, and you can create these pages yourself, the standard pages. What I do want to do before we end this off, let's just right click and click the option to inspect. Let's go on to tablet And we can scroll down and just make sure it looks good on a tablet, and I think it looks all fine. And I'll show you this now while we put that code in. So you'll see, let me just quickly click out of there. On desktop, it's in columns of 4. In tablet, it goes to columns of 2. And if we change it to a phone, you'll see it's now stacked in one column. And if we didn't put that code, and guys, don't worry about what I'm doing here, I just want to show you something if we didn't put that code in. So here's our code here that we put in. Remember, it was the at media screen of max width 767 pixels. I'm going to take that off, and you'll see it goes alongside one another, and it just looks too squashed for me. So that's why we put that code in, and that's why it will stack underneath one another. So let's just go back, to tablet, and you'll see there's the load more button. So on the front end, it automatically created that load more button because we have this B-Rocket plugin, or that's the creator B-Rocket, but the plugin is the load more products plugin. So it automatically changes those numbers that we had of 1, 2 to the load more button. And then there's our frequently asked questions section. So that all looks good on tablet. Let's go to the phone, and this is the smallest phone. So let's have a look at how that looks. And I think that looks all fine. So that's it, guys. Really well done if you've built this through with me. And I really hope you did enjoy all the videos and that you did learn something. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for sitting through all these videos and watching me and listening to me. I really do appreciate it. And really, if you've made it this far and you've built this website out, congratulations to you. Even for those of you who just sat and watched the videos, congratulations to you. If you have any questions, any comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Also, please feel free to use the email address in the description. I do try to answer all comments as well as the emails I receive. And if you have nothing to comment about or email about, you have no questions, just maybe drop a comment which was your favorite video of this series. And also, if maybe you want me to do a build on another style of website, another type of website, maybe in another industry, and we can see if we can build that in Divi. And for those of you who need a website built and maybe you don't have the time, or maybe you just feel it's a bit too overwhelming, this is what I do for a living. So you're more than welcome to send me an email, or you can visit the link in the description. It will take you to my website and you can book a free call with me there and we can discuss the project. And then if you have enjoyed this video, if you've learned something, please leave some love and like this video. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm and gets my video out to other people. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, please can I ask you to subscribe. I'm going to bring out more tutorials soon, more series like this as well. So please hit that subscribe button and then hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I release a new video. And then if you're interested in watching any of my other videos, there are other series, there are more advanced Divi tutorials. Those playlists should be popping up around about now. So guys, until the next video series or the next tutorial, I trust you will keep safe, you will keep well, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.